You spend days drafting a meticulous, multi-page business proposal. You carefully structure the context, the rationale, and practical implications, so every detail is accounted for. 3 minutes after you hit send, you get a reply, and the question they ask makes it painfully obvious they never scrolled past the first page. The immediate assumption is that your colleagues are lazy or careless, but look at their track records. These are highly educated, articulate, and professionally successful people. What you are experiencing is a growing divide between a professional's technical ability to read and their willingness to sustain attention on a single text. This is alliteracy, having the skill to read but lacking the habit. It's a behavioral shift that pushes organizations towards shallow judgment and repeated, avoidable clarifications. This workplace frustration mirrors a measurable, multi-generational collapse in reading endurance. A 2025 iScience study shows adults reading for pleasure dropped from 28 to 16%. Adding the youth demographic reveals the root trend. Literacy trust data shows kids aged 8 to 18 reading for pleasure hit a historic low of 34.6%. By the time these students reach elite educational systems, the endurance is often gone. Recent reporting confirms that top-tier college students now regularly struggle to finish full books, relying almost entirely on excerpts and summaries. We are raising generations of professionals who are biologically unaccustomed to long-form text, which reduces the capacity to process nuance in the future workforce. To understand the mechanics behind this shift, we have to look at how the physical format of our information dictates the depth of our thought. A 2024 meta-analysis compares digital and print reading environments. On the left, screen reading shows erratic, fragmented patterns, encouraging speed and constant interruption. Conversely, the print environment on the right demands patience. It forces immersion, allowing the brain to synthesize complex, layered ideas. When this digital environment overlaps with daily habits, the friction increases. A 2025 paper in the Open Journal of Social Sciences found that heavy consumption of short-form social media reduces the brain's ability to focus on long-form tasks. Technology itself is not the problem, but the prevailing digital format is reshaping the architecture of our attention spans to favor simplicity over complexity. In a corporate setting, strategy papers, board audits, and transformation plans rely on layered, interconnected arguments. They cannot be accurately reduced to a single paragraph and a pie chart. When leadership skims these documents, the operational damage cascades. When leaders cannot engage with the full depth of a proposal, the organization faces a systemic thinking deficit that goes far beyond a breakdown in communication. This widespread deficit creates an immediate opportunity for individuals and organizations who recognize the shift. Organizations can adapt by redesigning reports with structural clarity and strong executive summaries. This respects modern reading habits without abandoning the underlying substance. For the individual professional, navigating an economy flooded with AI-generated noise and summaries requires a different strategy entirely. In an economy saturated with summaries, the capacity for sustained, deep reading has become a scarce and valuable market asset. In a business world full of skimmers, protecting your attention and rebuilding your habit of deep reading is a significant competitive advantage.